Was being unkind,
I'd
say some of them were ambling rather than marching. And if they can't put the effort in here, what would they be like on the battlefield?
That's why I said they're not civilians.
Yeah,
they're not civilians.
Walking down the aisles.
They're not civilians. They'll be taught not to move with emotions.
Okay, guys, welcome back again to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at should I say a controversial or a very sensitive topic at hand right now. We're going to be checking out US military parade raises eyebrow among Dre affect notos is British best. We are going to be taking a dive into the video today.
Rank upon rank moving in unison.
I love this.
I love their hats.
Each move exquisitely enacted.
This is a typical British match.
Precision, poise, perfection. Military drill performed exceptionally like this looks amazing.
The ants are in sync.
This doesn't look so good. Lackluster, lamentable.
Yeah, it looks like they're walking.
Military drill is a high-stakes business. So the question is, to drill or not to drill?
Whoa.
Trooping the colour in Britain, officially known as the King's Birthday Parade. It takes a parade in London on the official birthday of the monarch. And I've been lucky enough to witness this precision spectacle several times, and it never fails to impress me.
Wow.
This time the Coldstream Guards are trooping their colour.
Indeed, trooping the colours.
Contrast this
The
scene with another
arrangements.
parade
Yeah.
happening thousands of miles away.
Receive specialized training.
This one looks like a cluster. People
After
walking.
periods spent in active
Washington DC, the US Army
Yeah.
Grand Birthday
Okay, this is their 250th birthday celebration parade.
Yes.
250.
And
Yes.
it is
US
on the
250.
Yeah, they did it in Washington,
DC in honor of the president's birthday as well.
What happened? Why were they like? It seemed like they were forced to do the parade or something.
Maybe they would have done better, like something very extraordinary.
We actually checked this in comparison with the Russia
Well,
parade
yeah.
recently, and we didn't really get the memo. But now watching this again is like, I don't know,
You
it's
know,
giving military vibes.
exactly. Looking at the place in which the U.S. Army
Yes.
is placed among the world hierarchies, and seeing this kind of parade, I don't know. Maybe they are trying to deceive us, or they are trying to I don't.
If you look at them, some persons are looking to the other side, while
yeah.
some persons are like the other guy.
There's no coordination.
Yeah, no coordination
They're
at
not
all.
coordinated.
And have the U.S. ever done a military parade?
Exactly.
That's
I've never
another
seen
thing.
a military parade from the US.
Because I feel like it's just like most of these countries, like what they have been doing
Yeah, that's
for so
true.
long. You understand? So looking at the US, I will go and check if they have any kind of parade that they have done
system.
before. So that's where I think this whole thing is coming from.
Parade. And if I was
They're
being
literally just
unkind,
walking down the
I'd
street.
say some of them were ambling rather than marching. And if they can't put the effort in here, what would they be like on the battlefield? But maybe they've got it right. Perhaps the British military is far too obsessed with drill. It's of no use, some would argue. Simply an anachronistic
life
throwback to
here.
when
Yeah.
Britain
Very
mattered,
fun to watch.
and we're desperate to cling to that. I think I disagree, though.
It is breathtaking to actually witness. You understand? Like you can see coordination, you can see
Foot drill or just drill goes
Exotic
back
some of
thousands
them.
of years. Soldiers would march into battle, be expected to gather in a formation and react to
the
words of
colours.
command from their commanders once the battle got underway. The colours being
So
Did
beautiful.
you see the precisions of their hands?
yes.
The
Their
movement,
feet,
their
their head.
That's what the guy is saying, that even if it is by drill that okay, when you go into the battlefield, will these soldiers follow the command of their commanding officer? Do you understand? If they give you a formation to take, would they take it?
Yeah.
It's from this that they
But
know.
there's something. There is no military that does not have this drill. I remember NYC.
Yes,
It's just
they do,
a
yeah.
paramilitary, but we
Yeah.
still go through that drill. So
don't
Me,
know
I
what
think
the
there
US
was
did there.
actually something
Yeah.
wrong, and I don't want to say this out loud, but I feel like you see, since it's a controversial
It's a very
topic,
controversial
so I
topic.
don't really want
Exactly.
to exactly because
I'm
it's
sure a
another
lot of
topic.
people know what you want to
exactly.
say.
So let me not. Let's not
British
dive in
are
there.
currently giving me joy right now.
trooped or shown here would also be used on that battlefield. Troops would rally around the colours. It was their focal point. It was their honour. Although this sort of battlefield is consigned to history, modern commanders say learning it fosters military discipline, as it requires instant obedience to commands and synchronised completion of those commands with the others in the unit. A skill set much needed in the modern battle space. Drill also forges a bond within regiments. The Coldstream's colours carry their battle honours, keeping that knowledge alive and relevant to the current crop of guards. Symbolic meanings everywhere. See these axe-wielding...
Sorry, I just remember something. I think something was wrong in that US match. You remember that training we watched about the US Army training? How rigorous it was. Do you understand? Seeing that training and seeing their match, something is off.
Something was definitely off.
Something is off.
These guys are looking
Their minds were
badass.
not there, honestly.
Yeah, something
Mounted
is off.
troops, they're farriers. After a battle, they would use the point on the axe to dispatch fatally wounded horses, and the axe itself to cut off a hoof, which had the horse's army number inscribed on it, to be given to the quartermaster to prove the horse had died.
Wow.
And drill isn't just for guards regiments. The senior services drill ability was tested in front of the world as they pulled the gun carriage carrying the late Queen at her
the
funeral,
gun,
here
powder
rehearsing
something.
before the solemn occasion. Then there's field gun, dismantling, carrying and reassembling an ancient gun, absolutely of no use practically, except how it develops teamwork and fosters camaraderie.
The 7th Infantry Division stationed at Joint Base Lewis McChord has been seeing continuous combat action ever since activation.
Which brings us back to the US Army Birthday Parade. And the simple question I've got, if you're going to go to the bother of marching, why not try and do it well? Because let's face it, the image it's projecting here isn't exactly awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
A world away from Moscow or Pyongyang.
So it even brought about comparison.
The question
Yeah,
It even
with
brought about
other
comparison with
countries.
other
Countries,
too.
which is not good. I
not
feel like
supposed to be so.
it's not good for morale.
At all, even for them as a soldier, their dignity as a soldier, they're not supposed to do better.
Yeah, since you're there, I mean, I believe anything worth
But
doing
doing
is
Is
worth
what
doing.
doing well.
Yeah.
question I asked at the start of this was to drill or not to drill. Well, that's up to each government or each regime. But if you do it, do it well. Tim Cooper, BFBS Forces News.
It was better they were absent. Yeah, it
To
was
be
better there
frank.
wasn't a parade than doing such parade, because we saw it the first time we saw it was in comparison of Russia. We didn't really get the memo, but I saw this video actually going around. I was like, okay, what's happening in comparison? And I was like, nah, these guys they didn't actually show us.
They didn't bring their A game.
Yeah, the US military that have been portrayed to the world.
Yes, and coming to the fact that they're not just civilians, that are people that are trained with so much,
If
ethics,
Yeah.
what is
Moral
right,
values.
moral values, all of those things are being imputed to them. As far as you're a soldier, you are more higher in your thoughts and the way you reason compared to a normal civilian that just do things the normal way out of emotions you get. So it's kind of like
if you look at the SAS,
balance.
right, you say, oh, the SAS, they are one of the best in the world, right? And you go through their training, you're like, oh, now you know why they have to come with their A game, because they went through a lot of training. And if you look at this match, you're like, oh, it is aligning with what I have seen so far.
Though they are not the ACS, but okay, these
Yeah.
people are passionate.
Like
about
the
it.
core foundation of
Yeah.
their military is strong. The discipline, the principles are there.
that's it, the discipline.
Exactly. Then when you go over to the US military, we've seen their training, how rigorous it is. But now seeing the parade is demoralizing. It is not
No,
aligning.
just take command from the commander. We don't know what the commander said to them prior to that time too.
It doesn't. For me, I feel like it does not matter
because this is the whole world
this is the whole world
watching.
watching you.
Well, guys, let me know what you think about this down below. Share your thoughts on what you think happened to the US, paraders or army. But truth to be told, that wasn't nice at all. And seeing them in comparison with Russia, and now seeing comparison of the British, nah, it wasn't ranking up to the US military status they've built over the years.
Yeah.
Let me know what you think about this again down there. I'll see you on my next one. Bye, guys.